All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials. And in this video, I'm going to be continuing my coverage of the Jaeger onboarding event here on the psychosurgery difficulty. We are on trial number 7 for this event, which is Grind the Bad Apples. The last full trial we have, there were 3 of them total in this one. And yeah, should be a good time. This map uniquely has several places with multiple, places that you can only enter through a crawl space. There's one outside and one inside the map, which you can use to get the Jaeger to despawn at least briefly. So we might be taking advantage of those at points. Of course, this event also very focused on the Jaeger herself, who will be constantly out in the trial thanks to this variator. Of course, the Jaeger will one-shot kill you if she gets you, so that can be pretty scary. Increased threat 2, unreliable doors, limited items, and psychosurgery are the remaining variators. I'm rocking my standard setup of Stun, Smash, and Incognito. And yeah, we can jump into this trial and see how we can do. For the most part, I've been running Smash in this event, although Evasive Maneuver is very good, since if the Jaeger grabs you, you will be able to escape her grasp and not take any damage or obviously die. It's actually, in my opinion, just so nice to have Smash. I don't know, Smash is just super good in my opinion. It's super nice to have the ability to just instantly get past any, these planks I would have had to hit twice, could have gotten caught by the blind guy. The number of times you can say Smash was huge here are nearly endless, especially with unreliable doors. Say for whatever reason unreliable doors wasn't on this event, I would have probably been using Evasive Maneuver the entire time, because locked doors I think are quite uncommon when you don't have unreliable doors generally, or a different barrier that also brings locked doors. But they usually throw unreliable doors onto the psychosurgery difficulty of the events, so I'm not surprised that we have it here. Feed the clowns balls in the bucket. Not sure 100% if I know where balls in the bucket is at. Grab our clown's ticket here. I guess there's no reason not to switch back to the brick, because we could use it to defend ourselves if we need to. Whereas the hearts are essentially... Actually, there's 2 outside, so this is another crawl space accessible only spot. I almost forgot about that one. And then the other one is, of course, closer to the merry-go-round area. That's the one that most people probably know. Okay, let's do this. So going in there... Oh, I did just hear her make a noise, so maybe I wasn't in there for long enough. Or she wasn't close enough to realize that I was in there, but... Going in here will generally despawn the Jaeger. She won't just vanish, she'll just go to a door and then leave because she thinks there's nobody on the map. There's a poster there. He's probably gonna turn around. Wow, that was honestly perfect timing, both on my part and as far as luck is concerned as well. That should not have counted as a sound trap trigger. I didn't see the sound bars. And yeah, here's balls in the bucket. I assumed it was one of the ones around the merry-go-round. That's got to be one of the easiest games, to be honest, aside from the Feed the Clowns tutorial game. And that's probably her again. And this is the other crawl space I was obviously talking about. So if she comes out while you're in here, she'll just leave after a couple seconds when she realizes, oh, they're not around. Not necessary for me to even do that, because we're going inside of here, which would make her despawn anyways. That's kind of annoying. I really wish there was a door there. We'll insert 1 ticket. If there had been a door there, I could have obviously closed the door in this guy's face. This guy has actually made things very annoying for me, I can't lie. Although it seems this should be good enough to get us in. And there we have it. We are in here. And now we have to listen to Goosey Goosey's long old speech. Let's pilfer the room while we have the moment. Another lockpick. But we'll stick with just the one. And yeah, so the other crawl space is of course the one. It's pretty small, but it goes. It connects the two of the areas towards the back. If you know, you know. It's kind of hard to describe where things are on this map. I don't know if the rooms actually have names or functions. There's obviously the pipe rooms, but other than that, I don't know. Either way, guys, I'm going to have to ask you, if you wouldn't mind, by the way, to go ahead down below and smash the like button, just like that, okay? If you don't mind, I'm glad I could demonstrate that for you. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe as well. Are you kidding me? If you haven't subscribed, you are missing out on all things Outlast Trials. I'll be making news whenever there's any official info. I don't really cover the leaks. I'm not much of a leak enjoyer, personally. I wait for that official info to be available, but that I will all be covering. There's supposedly going to be a roadmap soon. At least that's what they said in the recent stream, I believe. So that will be covered, and then of course we will have anything else. And we've been streaming quite often, both on Twitch and YouTube. If you prefer Twitch, it's just twitch.tv/bibzuda. And that's about enough of the self-plugs until the end of the video, at least when I talk about the channel memberships. And there we have the barricade powered off. This part, honestly, is going to be kind of annoying. I think probably a good idea to just despawn her. So this is the crawl space I was talking about. And since I do probably anticipate using it a decent amount, I should get rid of that mine. Screamer gonna go off. So we probably sat in there for long enough for her to go away. No secret room here. So yeah, doing that will be probably the move. Do not stun him in front of the boat. Since I want to get this done quick, I'm just gonna lure this guy back here and stun him. Hopefully the machete guy doesn't interrupt us. Okay, that's Henrietta. One good thing about the Variator being the way it is that you know if you hear an alarm door that's not an enemy that normally spawns, it's going to be her. Because the pusher and the pitcher don't come out during this event with the Jaeger Variator. Kind of like how Prime Time worked, where they didn't come, the pusher never came out. Speaking of which, Prime Time is actually coming up as the next event, if you didn't know. Maybe I'll mention that towards the beginning of the next video, for people who maybe don't watch the whole thing. But Prime Time has been confirmed by Red Barrels to be the next event. I'm not 100% sure on the date, but it probably, or I mean almost certainly it won't be starting right at the end of this event, so there'll probably be at least some gap. Although Jaeger onboarding did start right at the end of Under Surveillance, if anything, that would leave me more convinced that they're not going to do 3 back-to-back events. But still, that should be pretty cool. One of the rewards from that original run was the space-themed room bundle, which is really cool. So if you didn't get a chance to get that, you'll be able to pick that up. And they probably will add additional things to the catalog, like they did for Winter Kills and Geister when those reran. Boy, if someone doesn't, like, assuming the game continues to be updated and you know, stays popular for the next 5+ years, people who return, or start playing then, rather, will have quite the time with the Geister and Winter Kills catalogs when they're up to 5+ years of stuff. By the way, when she has decided to go to the door, you can just leave your location immediately. That is perfectly allowed, and she won't stop or cancel her decision. Alright, so we have red, which we know always goes under the... Oh, that's her coming out as well down there. So that's ideal, honestly, that she didn't come out up here. Red is the one that always goes under the garage door. So we can go through this way to save time and also avoid gooseberry. Got 2, or I guess actually that was my 3rd poster. I don't know why I said 2, but yeah, we can follow the pipes Choose a destination. Seems we're going quite far away, which is good since Henrietta did come out over there. Although it is certainly possible for this to loop back, as these pipes love to do. Surely it's just in this room. Damn. It continues through here. And this is just giving her time to catch up to us here. Oh, it is right there? There's no broken section of that? So it breaks somewhere else? Wait, what? Is there a broken section? I've never seen this before. I guess it must continue somewhere else and then break. On its way to that? Oh, did I step on that? That's a shame. Yeah, it does. It breaks right there. That's interesting. Maybe I've seen that once before. I feel like it's a rare scenario. So obviously we're not going to be able to turn this whole thing. So we can get 2 full turns in. Not really an easy place to lose Henrietta completely, so I might just do a couple of laps of the area and get it done. Okay, we can probably, yeah, we can do 1 turn here, definitely. You always got to make sure you complete the turn, otherwise you'll have to do an extra turn. That won't be a full turn. You can like partially turn it, which is quite annoying when that happens. Okay, obviously I went out that way because Gooseberry was about. Hopefully she's gone at least enough for us to do this. I'm going to close this door in case she followed the noises of the doors that I was opening. And there we go. So we got a bit of a strange setup of that pipe, but we got it done at the end of the day, and could be a blue thing in there for us to lockpick. We probably got the secret room that is over here. I did not mean to jump diagonally there. Yeah, we did get this secret room, so we should be far enough away to be able to fully loot it. As long as we are reasonably quick. Unfortunate to get this one, obviously, since it's, I think, the latest into the trial, especially if you take the pathing that I do. Alright. Now we can work on, I'm not sure if that's the night vision guy or Henrietta, but now we can work on the blue pipe, which is usually easier than the yellow pipe, since this one goes over in this direction, which is generally has less enemies. Where we of course have Henrietta, who will be around regardless of which side we go. She's gonna have turned around here, but I hope we can at least pick up the trail of the pipe. Okay, it goes out and across and in through the side of the wall there. Smash that door over the way down here. Now we're getting into the area where we could encounter the night vision guy. The night hunter. Maybe I should start calling him by his proper name. And of course we got the classic pipe that loops back around and goes underneath of itself. Goes back behind the root canal. And wow, this one is serpentine. Most definitely. Bro, it literally goes all the way back, and then that's this. This is the same pipe, by the way. And there it is finally. Jesus. Okay, so again, I'm probably just going to walk her around this little couple rooms to get these pipes done. Although it is going to be a bit annoying having her here when the boat is down here, so... Yeah, because like you can get to that double crawl space area pretty easily from here, so I may be trying to do that. Just to give me more time. Yeah, we'll stop at 3. Go ahead and jump over it, yeah. Doesn't really matter which side she comes around. I guess she could go through that window, to be honest. Oh, she's coming this way. You're the boss. I know. Thank you, Henrietta. She's so nice to me. You're the boss. That's me. I'm the boss. All right, there we have it. Water is back on, and was that glass there, or was that her? I didn't see glass. Hopefully we get lucky here, and we don't. Although, kind of do, because he didn't see me somehow. Honestly, that much of a reaction should be enough to get this thing pushed all the way. And it is. I'm going to use this little drop down, actually. I know this doesn't damage you. Of course, it is part of Drill the Fighterman trial. Gets me away from both Henrietta and that guy. And now we're here at the ending portion. Which again, I feel like is going to be kind of annoying, but we have plenty of time to just get this up to the spot at least. And get a little bit of grinding done. And then maybe I'll just run through to here, and then you have to go here and then into here to get to the crawl space. I don't know. See, the problem will be Gooseberry. Maybe we just go for stun on Gooseberry. We'll give this like 5 seconds. What the hell? I know that was like faster than a second for most of those, but hopefully that's enough for Henrietta to have. Oh, that's actually such perfect timing. She's leaving. She did change her mind. Interesting. So it is possible for her to change her mind. Maybe I don't know how the AI actually works in this game, but maybe if it's sort of similar to other AI I've heard about, her current goal right there was, okay, I want to get to the door to get out, but there was a sub goal which was break the window, and she completed that sub goal of break the window, and then reassessed her situation and decided that I was nearby and to go for me. Although then she seemingly left and has now come back out, so maybe everything I'm saying is just a load of BS. That's usually how things are. Honestly, yeah. It's just that easy, folks. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I feel like I've had that same opinion about most of these trials. Generally, these endings have been a bit simpler than I thought. I guess luring her around is not too difficult. Although Kill the Snitch definitely was an anomaly in that case. And maybe I'm just too used to the Liquidate the Union grind where I was struggling massively at all times with the ending. But still, I'll take that. And now we can just head out. And she may respawn over here, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, Gooseberry's way over there, so I'll just run towards her. Wait for the lunge and then go. I'm not 100% convinced that that'll be enough time. It usually is. But I'm going to stand a little ways back. Yeah, plenty of time. And we can give her the business. On the way out, of course, it's tradition. And that's it, yeah. We definitely, I think we stepped on some glass, but still, it was pretty smooth. A+, 17 minutes, 51 seconds, grind the bad apples, Jaeger onboarding psycho surgery here. You'll definitely take that, not a bad time. And let me see, did we, it's possibly cut off from the bottom, but I don't know if we had any demerits or not. I'd have to rewatch the trial, but that's that one done. We've just got 2 MK challenges left to go for this event. First one being Teach the Police Officer, which will be the next video, and then Shut Down the Factory, I think, is the final trial. So, yeah, it's been a good time so far. I've kind of enjoyed this event. It's, I mean, the Jaeger is a super cool new enemy, and although it's honestly a bit easier to deal with her when you know she's always going to be there, like. When it's not a trial with the Jaeger Verite and you hear that foghorn alarm, you can't help but think like, oh crap, the one-shot killer is out. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is going to be it for this video, you guys. Hope you all did enjoy it. I want to say big thanks to my channel members and those of you who are subbed on Twitch as well, of course. But yeah, the channel members' names will be popping up on the screen here. And of course, massive thanks to those in the Reborn Reagent tier and above. So huge thanks to Mr. Crypt, Laura, 3 of Kind, and Serkan Ergun. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, check out the join button down below. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be for Teach the Police Officer. Peace.